All right, good morning. I'm just going to give it a minute or so to let all of our folks join, and then we'll get started. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good morning. This is Kelly Robertson Slagle, the Director of Economic Development here in beautiful Charles County. Thank you to everyone who took the time this morning to join us for our Circle of Services webinar. This is the second event of a very busy week of our team in our community giving some love to our local business community. This is our third annual Business Appreciation Week. It really truly is an opportunity for us to acknowledge and thank our local businesses for choosing Charles County as their place to do business. We are humbled. We realize Charles County or businesses honestly can select anywhere to open up their business, and we're very humbled that they've chosen Charles County to do so. As I mentioned, this is the second event. Yesterday, we had a highly successful Money Maryland session supporting local businesses in various and discuss various topics in support of our local businesses. I believe we had close to 50, had some great panel discussions. I actually was there for a good portion of the day. So maybe some of you online here today, I was able to see yesterday. This is not a one and done. Certainly the conversation and the information we shared yesterday, as well as the information that we are sharing this morning, is valuable, but please do not hesitate to reach out to our department at any point throughout the year to receive assistance as you need it. I also wanted to mention that yesterday was the official launch of our With Love from Charles gift card program. If you're a local business and you would like to participate, you'll see here on the slide, please reach out to our office and we can sign you up. The participating in the program is a great way to attract a new group of patrons to your business. And the best part, it's free to businesses who are interested in signing up. So make sure you scan that QR code. We do have folks here in the office that are available to assist with your registration. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us for this. This program is twofold. Not only is it for our local businesses who are interested in participating, but just as importantly, it's for our residents in the surrounding community to really share some love and keep their money locally within our community. So you will see as you're out and about throughout the county, we have billboards posted. You'll see some local commercials as well as radio ads. If you are a Facebook person, you'll see some of our sponsored ads on Facebook as well. So please share it with your neighbors. Let your folks know we got Mother's Day coming up. If you would like to purchase something unique and different, this is a great opportunity to do so for those moms in your life. Okay, we call this, the next slide you'll see, we call this our Circle of Services, and that's really our focus here today. We're really proud of our, I'll say, partnerships with our Circle of Services partners. The way that we like to describe this is no matter where a business enters this circle of services, we all connect. We all know about each other. We work very hard to keep that partnership very strong. So no matter where you enter, you will come to the center and we will all work together to assist the business where they need it. And this is throughout the life of a business, not just startups. We work with businesses at all different stages, even those long-standing businesses that have been in our community for generations. It is a way for us to help continue to provide that circle of service and care to continue to allow businesses to flourish and grow. So today we're really excited to be able to have a couple of our Circle of Services partners join us for the next hour or so. There they are, all their faces, to just do a conversational Q&A to talk a little bit about their service as well as, just their thoughts, some of the things that they've learned. We're really blessed here in Southern Maryland. I've said this many times. We have a really strong Circle of Services partnership. Many of the folks that are on this call today, I have worked with for many years, and I venture to say throughout my entire career in economic development in Southern Maryland. And as a result of that, we're just really strong. And not to knock other parts of the state of Maryland, because we have great partners throughout the state, but I can assure you that these resource partners here in Southern Maryland are very dedicated, and they're very knowledgeable and always willing to assist. So without further ado, I wanted to just do a quick, I'll let them do introductions about their organization, but I just wanted to do a quick intro for each one, and we'll work down the line from there. So without further ado, I was going to kick it off and start with a woman who truly needs no introduction. She's been a great friend and a colleague of mine for many, many years. She's been a strong advocate in Southern Maryland for small business and is our go-to partner for continuing education training. She's currently the Associate Vice President for Continuing Education and Workforce Development at the College of Southern Maryland, Miss Ellen Flowers Fields. And Ellen, if you would like to introduce your organization.
Yes, good morning, and good morning, everyone, and thank you, Kelly. I can't say enough about this circle of colleagues, this circle of friends, and this circle of services that Charles County Economic Development has championed over the years. What you may not know as business leaders is that you have something special in the individuals that are here, really championing your growth and development. And as Kelly mentioned, I'm at the College of Southern Maryland, your region's community college. We serve just over 14,000 students every single year. And what's laudable about that is about 80% of our completers and graduates remain in Southern Maryland to work. So when I say that we are your region's workforce pipeline, we are your region's workforce pipeline. There are a few individuals that are working in Southern Maryland today that have not completed a certification, a certificate, some type of credential or degree from the College of Southern Maryland. And because of that, we want to work closely with you as business leaders to find out what your skills needs are so that we're ensuring we're preparing individuals for the next iteration of your workforce as your demands change. So I look forward to the conversation with you today and for supporting you ongoing in the community.
Great. Thank you, Ellen. Next up on the team today is Yvette Turner, another great colleague and friend. Yvette is the business service representative for Charles County at the Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland, and she works super hard every day to help identify the needs of partnering businesses and focuses on connecting skilled workforce talent to business for employment. Yvette.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Kelly, for the invite. I'm looking forward to this great conversation today and being a part of the Circle of Business Services as we work so closely together each and every day. With Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland, we are here to help our businesses with their recruitment and their training needs. Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland is a part of the umbrella of Southern Maryland Job Source. And so if you were to walk into any of our locations, we greet our businesses with business engagement specialists that are here to service you and to truly understand what your needs are and to work to assist you in finding that talent and bringing forth the training needs that help to grow and develop your business.
Great. Thank you, Yvette. Next up, we have Justin Ferguson. Justin is a program manager for TEDCO's Entrepreneur and Ecosystem Empowerment Team. That's a mouthful. He also leads the grants and pre-seed management or fund management. Justin's relatively new to TEDCO, but he's not relatively new to Southern Maryland. He's actually been spending a lot of time and has worked pretty extensively with businesses throughout Southern Maryland, but definitely here in Charles County. So Justin, if you would like to do a quick intro.
Yes, yes. It feels like I'm about to jump rope, like I'm ready to jump in. So yes, I'm Justin. So at TEDCO, I do a lot of innovation strategy as well as lead the other programs she mentioned. But so what is TEDCO, right? Think of TEDCO as a venture capital arm for the state of Maryland. When you think of venture capital funding, it's a little different than like traditional banking finance funding. Venture capital, you're looking for some exponential growth. So because of that, it's typically, I mean, we do tech and life science companies only as far as investment, but we invest up to Series A, which is $1.5 million checks, looking to really improve the entrepreneurial ecosystem. So we actually have different representatives like all around the state, especially in rural areas, to really, number one, find the entrepreneurs, assess their investment readiness, and provide that innovation strategy to help them get there. And then we have a bunch of different funds, investment vehicles that people can apply to. And I will be that resource for Charles County because I lead the Southern Maryland regions as well. So I'll be that resource to, number one, help you understand where you're at in the investment readiness like cycle, and then help position you and like align certain resources or provide if I work directly with you. I'm currently working with a nice Charles County startup right now. I really enjoyed that. Goby Homes, if anybody's familiar. But yeah, super excited to be here.
Great. Thank you, Justin. And last but certainly not least, probably the colleague that, not probably, I know this is the colleague I've known the longest. Actually, Steve and I started well, I started in economic development with Steve. I don't even want to say 20 plus years ago. We'll leave it at that. And so Steve has been a part of what is now known as the Maryland Department of Commerce for many, many years. And he has been our Southern Maryland regional rep for that entire time. And let me tell you, we are super lucky to have Steve out here in Southern Maryland and certainly in Charles County, not only as a resource partner to us as economic developers, but also as a resource partner to our local businesses to help navigate the different incentives and resources that the Maryland Department of Commerce has at the state level. So Steve, thank you for joining us today, and I will let you do a quick intro.
Hi, Kelly. Thanks so much for the invite. You are way too kind. I think I grabbed you just out of high school, if I remember correctly, right? That's how far we go back. But anyway, and also great to be with this group of panelists, esteemed colleagues. And just want to say I'm also very happy to be part of Business Appreciation Week, as well as on ambassador visits, both on Wednesday and on Thursday. So you guys are doing a great job. Yes, I'm with the Department of Commerce. We're one of the smallest organizations in the state at 190 folks. But what we do at the state is everything economic development. So when you look at Charles County's Economic Development Office and what they do for the county, we do it at the state level. So, you know, we're involved with everything that's associated with business attraction, business expansion, international initiatives, you name it, it comes through our state. And we follow up very closely on those things. When you dig deeper into some of our organizational outreach, so to say, within commerce, we have our regional groups and also our folks that are out in the field. And there's 12 of us, and we're throughout the state. And what's really great about the folks I work with, some cover a county, some cover regions. Like I cover Southern Maryland, so I cover Calvert, Charles, and St. Mary's counties. Is we not only work in our regions, we also live in our regions. So we look out for, you know, so it's our personal interest to make sure that when we're working with businesses, we take a vested interest. We have to take a personal interest in it. When we work with them, these same businesses that I can work with and bring them services from the state or local or from other state partners and stuff are the same businesses that I'll go and shop and, you know, and go and work with. You know, it's kind of, it all kind of goes around, comes around, so to say. So, you know, that's kind of a, you know, quick and sort of 10,000-foot level of what we do here at Commerce.
Okay, great. Thank you, Steve. So real quick, just for the audience members, we're making this conversational. I do have a couple questions to put out there to the panelists, but I did want to let you know we do have Sandy, Sophie, and Mia behind the scenes that are also helping with the webinar today. So I encourage you, anybody that's online, if you have a specific question, please use the webinar chat box. They are monitoring that box for me and will allow, you know, remind me and allow me the opportunity or even jump in themselves to get those questions out to the panelists today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start with the first question. And anybody can raise their hand, jump in or whatever, but I would like all of you at some point to take a turn on this one. So what's one thing people would be surprised to learn about your organization? Oh, Steve, we'll go in reverse. How's that? Steve, I'll start with
Sounds good to
you.
me. Sure. I think a lot of people don't realize that we have an organization underneath us, basically three different groups: tourism, film, and the arts. And from the arts standpoint, we also run various programs through the Arts Council, and some of the things are like, for example, the arts and entertainment districts through several towns and communities throughout the state. Locally here in Southern Maryland, we have an arts and entertainment district in Leonardtown. And what's great about arts and entertainment districts is that they can offer different types of incentives, tax credit programs associated with the businesses located in this area. am aware that Mayor James of La Plata is looking to create an arts and entertainment district around La Plata in itself. And then we also have the film perspective. So a lot of the films over the years, including TV, as well as movies, we have a group that in some way, shape, or form has attracted these producers to come to Maryland to do some pretty stellar movies and some long-standing series like The Wire and things like that we go back with. I wish we could do a little bit more here recently, but kind of what I do too is sometimes, when they're looking for places to, do these films and things like that, that's where us regional folks come in, because we understand the lay of the land and, say, hey, we have this in the background, or we've got this certain marine or something like that. So which helps with, those sort of media type relations and things. And then we have tourism, our tourism group markets the state. You'll see sometimes various commercials on national TV marketing the state, but we also work very closely with the local tourism offices in each of the counties, and we help to market what the counties are doing as far as their tourism efforts, both through media relations as well as on our website. So I would say that's one of the things that a lot of folks don't know about us.
Okay, all right, great. Yvette, I'll throw that one to you. What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about your organization?
I would say that one thing is that the Tri-County Council for Southern Maryland is spearheaded by our Southern Maryland Workforce Development Board. And a key aspect of our organization is the significant representation of local businesses within our workforce board. In fact, over 50% of our board members are drawn from our local business community, businesses such as the ones that are joining us today. And so we drive our services around local businesses, and we are dedicated to aligning our initiatives closely with the evolving needs of our businesses. We have a dedicated team of business engagement specialists that work to be an extension of your human resource team for most. And for some of our smaller businesses, we help to fill in that gap, because we know that our smaller business owners, they wear many hats. And so we provide comprehensive business services and employee development services that are tailored to meet what the businesses are needing. They include recruitment services. We provide vital labor and market information. We also provide training funding to offset costs as businesses grow. And our business engagement team actually works for our businesses. There's no cost to our services. And our agenda is not to place people with businesses with people that simply come into our centers. We actually strategically look to help you find the talent that you need to fill your positions and grow your business.
Great, Yvette. I just, to put a little exclamation point on that, we hear workforce, workforce, workforce all the time. So what Yvette just explained about those resources, extremely valuable. And note, she said not just for larger businesses, but really where I see the most impact, certainly the larger, but with the smaller businesses that may not have the staffing to do that full HR recruitment effort. And that's where Yvette and her team come in. So definitely make sure you make a note of that and reach out and try them out. I tell businesses that all the time that may not have tapped into that resource in the past. Your next job opening, try them out, do a little test drive, see the services that they provide. And I can promise you, you will be impressed. And at that point forward, you will have an ongoing partnership with that. So thank you, Yvette, for that. Ellen, I'm going to move over to you. I know there's a lot of stuff that we may be surprised because the Colleges of Southern Maryland is constantly ebbing and flowing and growing and really being innovative in our community. So I will throw that question over to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And you're right, Kelly. So I'm going to distill these surprises into three buckets or three value statements that we have here at the college. And the first one is innovation. So innovation in the classroom, the majority of our programs, and we have over 100 educational programs here at the college, the majority of them, over 62% of them, are technology infused. Students are using the latest technologies and advancements in VR technologies, artificial intelligence, as the cornerstone of how they learn and in the instruction. These students are learning skills to help advance the workplace. So when you are looking for an employee that can bring the latest and greatest to your organization, know that the students at the College of Southern Maryland are highly engaged and immersed with technologies and innovation at the cornerstone. Exploration is the other key thing that I want you to know is a critical value here and something that the students that come out your labor force, they're highly engaged in experiential learning opportunities, whether it's co-ops, internship placements, apprenticeships opportunities, working and while learning is a cornerstone of what we do and providing those students working with the businesses in our region to provide those experiential learning opportunities, real life hands-on experiences. We have study abroad programs. Our students are about to go to Belize. Do you believe this? I'm not even, I'm like, I need to enroll in school. No, I mean, so your community college has study abroad programs of students across disciplines that want to get to go and have these immersive experiences in the summer. And we work with a myriad of four-year institutions all across the country and abroad. We have over 280 articulation transfer agreements for students looking for various programs who choose to pursue four-year academic programs. And our programs are everything from an industry recognized credential, if you want a Cisco certification, PMP certification, you want to be a interior designer, a cosmetology license, all up and down the spectrum to an associate's degree leading to a bachelor's degree program. All of that's here available. And I think the other key cornerstone is entrepreneurship. So innovation, exploration, and entrepreneurship. The College of Southern Maryland is host to the Maryland Small Business Development Center, who works very, very closely with all of the stakeholders here and goes out into the community delivering services for businesses, whether they're in a nascent phase, startup phase, or mature business cycle. Small Business Development Center provides that consulting and support. We also have a state-of-the-art makerspace at our Velocity Center in Indian Head, Maryland, which supports entrepreneurs that are interested in prototyping, designing, and scaling new products that they might be testing out for market. It's also a place for co-creation, whether you have an Etsy shop or you're working on something for a high-level DoD contract. The assets there and the redundancy there will allow you to co-create in that space. And entrepreneurship is a certificate and a track that we encourage students across all disciplines to take because the innovative practices that are needed in today's workplace require that type of critical thinking and entrepreneurial mindset. So I think you'd be surprised to learn that all of that is embedded within the pathways here at the College of Southern Maryland.
Great, great, Ellen. Thank you. And Justin, last but not least, talking about an organization like CSM and others that are changing and morphing and getting new resources and all of that. What is one of the things that people would be surprised to learn about TEDCO?
Sure. So I'll kind of break this down a little bit, but I think the main thing is like the differentiation between a traditional VC and TEDCO, right? So traditional VC focus on the ROI mainly, solely sometimes, but I think with TEDCO, the main thing is that our incentives are a lot different, right? We're a quasi-government entity. So yes, we care about the ROI. We get 50 million, about a 50 million a year from the state to do this, but the incentives are different because we care about the entrepreneurial ecosystem. So that's why we have mentorship, because we want not just to improve the deals that come on our table, but also improve the entrepreneurial ecosystem and people's ability to produce like quality startups. And along with that, we have a higher deal flow than most VCs. Most VCs may be doing 4 to 5 deals a year. We can be doing 20 to 30 plus. So that's because like we're promoting entrepreneurship and like getting people like homegrown solutions that can really scale across the country, across the world, really. So I would think those are our main differentiations.
Great, Justin. Thank you. Let's see. Yvette, can you talk about how businesses and individuals can best work with your organization? I know you touched a little bit on that in the previous, but maybe talk a little bit about your business services reps and the ways that that you interact, and maybe some of your one stops, I'll call them. I know you'll call them the correct thing, but you have one in each county.
Absolutely. I would say the best way for businesses to connect with us is to simply, come into one of our one stops or reach out to us and let us know what your needs are. One of the things that we really do work with our businesses with is their workforce needs. And so we do that with our customized recruitments, and they are truly customized, where we are working with our business to identify the talent pool that they are desiring based on their qualifications. And we work with our businesses to set up days and times that are convenient for them to pretty much walk into an interview session. And we will go as far as to pre-screen applicants for you based on the conversations and job descriptions that you have provided for us. We discuss your job descriptions with you. We talk about what's trending in the industry that you're in. We provide you with valuable labor market information so that we're helping you to make sure that you're aligning all of your information that is going to be filtered out to market for your positions so that we can attract the talent that you're looking for. And so with those customized recruitments, again, we're doing pre-screenings. We can do pre-assessments for you. We can have those interview sessions at one of our locations. We have a location in Waldorf off of Post Office Road. We also have a location in St. Mary's County in Calvert, California, Maryland. We have a location in Calvert at the district courthouse as well. So we can host those recruitments in-house, or we can come to your business. Oftentimes, it's a great opportunity to have job seekers actually see and feel the culture of the business, see firsthand what type of work is needed, especially if it's something hands-on. So having a recruitment at your business has proven to be very successful to a lot of businesses in our area. And then we can also have it virtually as well. So we really meet the business where their needs are. And we want to make sure that we make it a personalized experience so that we can find the talent that you're looking for. We review job descriptions. We work with you. We keep the communication open. And it's not just a one stop as far as having the interview session and then that's it. We're actually following up with you with the candidates and making sure that we are, working with you to really fill those positions. So the customized recruitment is really a great tool. We've worked with businesses across all industries, from the naval base there in Indian Head. We have worked with the College of Southern Maryland as well. But in healthcare, a lot of our larger employers like Springdale and smaller ones such as ResCare, we've worked with across the board. And we have our pulse, our fingers and pulse on the different ways of reaching the market. There's no simple answer, but really now as far as developing and working with different marketing strategies to reach the candidates you're looking for, our business engagement team works diligently to do that for you.
Great, thanks, Yvette. Steve, I'm gonna move to you as far as the resources and how businesses, if they're interested in reaching out to you and interacting and learning more, what is the best way for them to be able to contact you and kind of get into the system?
Well, that's what I do as a field staff member out here. So you contact me directly. I'm the face to commerce in Southern Maryland. So When businesses connect with me, we either have, and consider me a consultant. So we'll have, significant discussions on the phone, virtually, or I'll meet with you. And the thing about it is it comes kind of twofold, whereas we'll sit down, we'll talk about your business, we'll go over, things that may be needed. And at the end, I'll try to come up with some strategies as far as, programs and services to connect you with, or different things that you can do depending on the type of businesses, or bring in, some of our circle of services partners. And it also works in reverse as well, too. I have many times where, folks will reach out and, initially with the Small Business Development Center with CSM, and in turn, they'll find that there's some services that may be needed that I can come in to help with as well, too. So I can help you also go through the quagmire. There's a lot of programs at Commerce. And though you go on the website and you look at them, you think, wow, that fits me. Well, I can really kind of dig in and help you really go through some of these, because it's not one size fits all when it comes to many of our programs, which is very important. So I can kind of help decipher some of those things, through myself, my sister agencies, as well as the industry partners that I work with here locally. So reaching out directly with me is the way to go.
Great, thanks, Steve. And what Steve described is exactly the whole intent and the thought process behind the circle of services. It's no matter where you enter, whether it's through Steve or Ellen or Yvette or me or however, once you're inside that circle, we all know about each other and we know about each other's programs. So we try really hard, like I mentioned in the beginning, to make sure that it is a coordinated effort, because like Steve said, there are so many. It is alphabet soup. And it continues, and we all carry that toolbox around. I talk about my toolbox all the time, and there's a ton of stuff into that toolbox. But what we have learned, and certainly as business owners on here, no two businesses are the same, nor are they dealing with the same exact issue. So in a perfect world, we could just give you a checklist and you'd be off to the races, but that's not really how it is. So the ability for all of us, our individual resource partners, to do that initial triage and really dig down and really say, okay, these are the things that we're going to focus on, and this is going to kind of be our internal checklist, and help us help you navigate through that. That's what we're here for. So Steve, thank you for adding that in there, to help folks understand how we all kind of connect. Justin, now TEDCO is certainly statewide, and I know you oversee kind of the Southern Maryland services. Talk to us about how people or businesses that are interested in interacting with TEDCO, how's the best way for them to connect with those resources?
Sure. So you can go to our website, right? It'll be a lot. It'll be a bunch of different programs. I think the main thing is that there are specific reps by area that you would actually reach out to directly. I'm the Southern Maryland rep, so you can reach out to me directly. I think the main thing is just aligning the stage in which you reach out to me versus the other resource partners out there. Yeah, we'd still look for early stage tech entrepreneurs, but it's like levels to like idea stage, early stage, and we just want to make sure the alignment is correct. But you can still reach out to me. If I'm not the right resource, I can redirect you. But if you do reach out to me, that's where I'll provide that investment readiness and just kind of paint that picture for the path. And maybe that's adding few other resources or a few other resource partners along that journey. But it's just kind of helping you position and like this is the path forward. You have this idea. This is how you scale it, leverage this program, things like that. And from there, when it's time, get you in the investment pipeline and get you some money. So.
Get you there. Justin, one of the things that I know I've participated in a couple, and we've hosted a couple down here in Southern Maryland, but I know that TEDCO does events, networking events, annual conferences, specific topic related events and activities. Do you recommend folks participating in those as a way to gain more information as well?
Yeah, the main one I would say is the investment forum. So we
Okay.
have an investment forum every month. That forum breaks down all of our funding resources, the different fund portfolios, what the fund manager is looking for. I think that's the main thing. Is a lot of times if you're not ready and you submit an application, like, I mean, we could assess that pretty quickly to say, oh, they're not ready, it's not the right match, redirect them. But if you have that awareness ahead of time, you can allocate your own resources more effectively and just plan things out a bit better. So it gives you that good understanding.
Great, Justin. That actually brings it's an excellent segue to Ellen. What I got out of that was do your homework. Really do a little bit of that and make sure it's no different than when you go to a local bank and you want to apply for a commercial loan. Really, you want to go in with your best application for best consideration, and that's where some of the resources I know that Ellen and the College of Southern Maryland has available for local businesses. So Ellen, I'll turn it over to you next.
Absolutely. Again, this circle of services that you're talking about in terms of no wrong door of entry for support, I can't reiterate that enough. If it sounds like, well, they kind of all do the same thing, it's because there's some intentional overlap in our work. But through the Small Business Development Center, they are the gateway for that back of the napkin. I've been thinking about this. I always wanted to. I'm dreaming about, but I don't know how. That's that first conversation. Or I've been tinkering with something, but I'm not quite sure. That they're the partner that oftentimes is a gateway for TEDCO or TEDCO works and redirects, even commerce the same. So that's a wonderful support, but making sure you have the right package all put together, so that when you're in front of that funder, whether that's an investment portfolio you're putting together or a lending application for traditional funding, being able to put that together is the support that the Small Business Development Center can provide you. In addition to that, Yvette talked a lot about customized recruitment, the customized training for your current workers. We all have employees, they've been with us for a long time. Some of our technologies, processes in the workplace change over time, and having a local resource where you can provide the kind of training that your current employees need to help get them with their skills upgrades or to identify skills gaps to help your organization become more efficient. The College of Southern Maryland can sit down with you and help customize a training solution to help you with the employee growth plans that you have. Additionally, for the new hires, I talked a lot about the workforce pipeline earlier. We have graduates going across our stage this Friday, freshly minted. These are opportunity for you to engage with individuals who are looking for permanent employment. And then while students are in school, we're always looking for internship opportunities, paid internship opportunities. So if you have a project-based internship, something for the fall, or even if it's something year-round and you'd really like to get an intern to help your organization grow, those are ways that you can connect with the College of Southern Maryland. Just give me a call. I'll certainly put you in touch with the right department that has the right skill set that you're looking for to support your needs.
Great. All right. So this one is, I'm gonna throw this out here. You can talk about underutilized program that you are responsible for in your organization or something else that's a part of our circle of services. But the question is, in your opinion, what's an underutilized program that our businesses should try to learn about? So it can either be something that's within your own, or it can be another resource that is available. I'll let that marinate for a second.
I would say Ellen just spoke about the customized training. And as businesses look for, different cost-effective ways to train, when perhaps they're looking to have just enhance some skills for their current staff, or new staff. One of the things that I think is underutilized right now is Skill Up Southern Maryland. It's currently available for new hire training, and it's free to all employers in the Tri-County region, and it's also free to anyone who resides in the Tri-County area. But Skill Up Southern Maryland is a program that provides access to over 5,000 online courses, and it includes courses on management, leadership, information technology, finance, customer service, and a lot more. It also offers more than 100 industry recognized certification programs. And so while the training courses are free, for those who are pursuing industry recognized certifications, the costs that are associated with it, Tri-County Council, we offer employee training grant funding to offset some of that cost. And so this can be an invaluable resource for businesses to invest in their staff development and foster business growth.
I'll jump in real quick and then we'll go. One thing, if you'll let me, because I like this question. And this is something that I think for folks that are potentially, we always like to hire local, no doubt about it. But every once in a while, we may be trying to recruit somebody that's from outside Southern Maryland, maybe even outside the state that's just not familiar. The ability for businesses and HR departments and recruiters and folks like that to reach out to their local economic development office to be able to get what I consider quality of life materials. So things like tourism guides, visitor guides, information about what the community looks like. What are some of the things that they can do? Tell me about the school system, things like that, that they can put in a nice package and use as a part of their recruitment. When they might be in, they might be in competition with another, organization that's also recruiting. It's a way for folks to kind of get a better understanding of what Southern Maryland is, what our quality of life is like, what are some of the what's our history, what are some of our outdoor amenities and things like that. So I just wanted to throw that out there because a lot of businesses, their mind doesn't work like that. And definitely it is a resource and a tool that is available to all of our local businesses by contacting their individual economic development organization. Steve, I'm going to go to you next.
I would have to say there's a lot of programs we have that I believe are underutilized specific to our area. I like to spread the love, so to say. And unfortunately, there are a lot of things that happen that monies you see flow into to the Washington corridor, Capital Region, Baltimore area and stuff. And it's just because of how things are laid out. I mean, we have industry sectors in cyber and biotechnology and distribution that are clusters that a lot of our programs seem to move forward. But I'd say one that I don't think is very underutilized here in Southern Maryland, a lot of people don't know about, is our Export MD program. We've got an international group, and what we try to do is work with our local businesses that are looking to, hey, I think I might have a product that I'd like to market overseas. And what's really cool about the Export MD program, it's a grant program. It's $5,000 and it could be more, but it's a very free flowing grant. It covers things like, trade show costs, hotel, airfare, things like that. Everything you need to do to get to wherever it needs to get to, wherever this, particular show or particular initiative is going on. But what's great about it is then we also have, I believe over a dozen offices throughout the world, as well as folks that, work for the Department of Commerce, and we can help to set up, everything from, translators to business visits and things that take a lot of time. But these folks on the ground in these particular countries and areas can help set these meetings up for you, get you in there, work with ITAR regulations, work with, what does it take to, to sell my product overseas, because there's certain rules and regulations associated with that. So I think that's folks may not understand that, but I think utilizing the Export MD program, it's very easy. We do it 4 times a year, so it's done on a quarterly basis. And I really like to see more Southern Maryland, Charles County businesses take, part of that particular program.
Great. That's a good one, Steve. Very good. Ellen.
So Kelly, it's probably not the answer you're looking for, but it's what I genuinely feel. Yeah. I genuinely feel that all of our services are underutilized. Yeah. I feel that businesses really need to embrace the individuals and organizations on here as their partners. Pick up the phone and ask us a question. I had this occurred recently, situation where a business owner who had come to the college for some training some time ago came and got that training. Just so happened on their own, they decided to call me and ask over time, well, are there any students who, might be interested in working for my company? And I said, sure. And we started doing interns. Um, Later on, I found out through someone else that this business was trying to figure out how to diversify their portfolio and get into a specific scientific development area. And they were out asking general questions. They didn't come back. So individual, they ran into one of our local commissioners who said, well, call Ellen. This business owner got on the phone and said, I guess I should just call you first, right? I said, yeah, you could have saved yourself some time, And while that particular question that they had wasn't my bailiwick, I immediately facilitated the conference call that got them to who they needed to. And that's what the Circle of Services does. So I want to say to all business owners, pick up the phone and just ask the question, hey, I'm thinking about this. Do you know of? I'm thinking about this. Are there any resources to help me? I heard about this. Do you think I qualify? Ask the question. We are here to make sure that if there's a resource to support you, that you are knowledgeable about it and that you have the opportunity to get it. So call us, call us, call us.
Yeah, excellent point, Ellen. And I was nodding my head the whole time, as you saw. And I'll use Ellen as an example. I come from a family of business owners. Ellen was a business owner. And so we 100% recognize that when you are in or operating a business, it's 24/7. So even to have that second to take the time to make the phone call is a big deal. But by doing that, you now have us as a partner. So you can go back and operating your 24/7 while we're out here researching, getting you the prudent information, and then coordinating that back to you. So really good, excellent advice, Ellen. Just pick up the phone, take that minute, pick up the phone, ask the question, and then let us go and work on getting that information back to you. And it will save you hours, if not days, or like I call the rabbit hole of the internet. We can help to narrow down and really bring that relevant information back. Justin,
Yeah, I
good
was
to you
gonna say
now.
similar thing as far as Um, so with the mentorship, right? We really have people and funds set aside to focus on rural areas. Charles County is considered a rural area. So when it comes to like I mentioned before, there is that traditional misalignment between the stage of your company and when you should reach out to TEDCO. But I think if when there's certain people out there that are tech savvy and they just have this idea, but they can think through how they want to build it out in those cases, you're still idea stage, but you can still reach out. Like we can set up a chat and we'll go deep on your actual idea. You'll get that level of feedback and then that level of redirection. Maybe that redirection is, oh, let's set up some more chats where we can discuss one-on-one. Or it's like, okay, you need to talk to SBDC or another entity. Whatever it is, there is value in that mentorship because it's not just a resource alignment, but the actual strategy to help your business idea come to life or be better. You can get that from our mentorship. So.
Very good. All right, before I jump into the next question, I just wanted to remind the folks on the call, I think we're rounding up, we got about 10, 11 minutes left. If you have any questions for the panelists, please use the chat box to put that in there. Feel free. I want to make sure that I get any questions that the audience has over to the panelists. So just wanted to mention that.
Kelly, we do have one question
Okay.
that has been submitted, and it's a question for Yvette, asking if the job resources also extend to hiring independent contractors.
So we do have the ability to assist independent contractors with their marketing efforts. Some of our resources are limited to those businesses that are employing W-2 employees. However, for independent contractors, we do have a way of reaching out and bringing in talent through our vast marketing efforts. So we can definitely assist you at some point.
Okay, great. What's your most frequently asked question? And everybody's smiling. I know what mine is. Ellen, I'll go with you first. They're probably very similar, I bet.
Try to unmute myself there. Actually, it's interesting. Our most frequently asked question is about free interns. Businesses want free interns, and we often respond and say labor is valuable and it has a cost. So we don't have free internships. We look for opportunities where our students can get paid for the hard work that they're doing. So, but that is the most frequently asked question. But we work with businesses to help them, identify where they can save costs by having interns as well. So it's a conversation.
Great, you bet.
I would say most often is asked, where's the talent? Where are the job seekers? And I would answer that question by saying they are definitely out there. It's important to connect with your circle of business services because all of us at some point do have a touch point with the workforce. And so it's a matter of, connecting with us, our business engagement team at Tri-County Council. We do have our finger on the pulse of different marketing strategies to help draw that talent into you. But it's no magic answer. It's a matter of continuously marketing not just your opportunity, but your culture, why it is that someone would want to work for your business. Because I often say to businesses, it's not just a matter anymore of you looking and interviewing your talent, but your talent is also looking and interviewing you as well. So being able to communicate what you have in your business culture that is going to be inviting in work-life balance and what the talent is looking for is just as important. So let's all work together, just reach out and we're ready to help you with those strategies.
Great, thanks. Justin.
Where's the money? But that is a big question. People, I mean, you come to TEDCO for money, but I think the main thing I respond with is that it takes time. It takes time, number one. Number two, a lot of times I keep bringing this up, it's that misalignment between, oh, you fund early stage companies, I'm early, fund me, right? But in reality, it's just levels to early stage. People have work, they still consider themselves early stage. So that's a true thing. And yeah, I just mainly say it takes time, but having that level of persistence is what will get you there. So.
Great, thank you. Steve.
Like Justin said, where's the grant money to start my business? You know I was going to go with that one, Kelly. And the thing about it is there are grants out there, but the grants are there to help leverage your business. As time goes on, there's small grants to help. Like we have grants associated with workforce development. We have grants, again, like with international, we have grants for manufacturers. But those are things to kind of help get to the next level, get you past the early stage aspect of it. I wish that there was grants and free money to start business out there. But I think, sometimes I think I've gotten a little, when I get that question, I'm saying, well, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now if there was free money out there because I'd be starting my own business, So the point of it is, it's like you have to have skin in the game. It's just the way it is, and that's when you go to the SBDC, they can help you really get through and kind of, I'll mention the SBDC again, because what I love about them and what I love when I work with folks is they're very positive, but also they'll level with you as far as the realities of starting a business, what you're going to need to do, and the kinds of sacrifices you're going to make, not only personal, but financial sacrifices. A lot of people have to do things with the equity in their homes or, have to put up certain things to get businesses off the floor and going. But I wish there was free money out there. Yes, there were grants around during, in more critical stages, during COVID and things. And, but even then these grants were for businesses that were actually in business for, a certain amount of time. So there are things out there, I believe it's the 3 F's, friends, fools, and as far as, folks that, you look at as far as trying to help you to start that business. But yeah, I wish there was free money, but there just isn't.
Yeah. I was going to say mine was, grants, business startup, financing, things along those lines. Okay, we got 5 minutes left. I'm kind of done with my questions over here, but I wanted to allow each one of you an opportunity to just do like a closing thought. And unless Sandy, if there's another question that pops up, make sure you jump in. We're good?
We're good right now. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So closing thoughts. Steve, I'll start with you.
I think I like to just go back to the fact of what we're doing here, going back to the circle of services. That's important. The entry level is all around that circle, and I think that's important. And we're here to help and to assist. And it's amazing, when you sit down with us, it's amazing how we can have some programs that may be very definitive that you may read, but sometimes there's ways of being flexible with certain programs or thought processes that come through. I like a great example is like with Ellen. When Ellen started her business and we moved there, I remember sitting down with Ellen. We used to kind of chat about what's going on. I said, I think there might be this organization that can help maybe do certain things within it, but I'm not quite sure if they would help this industry sector. But they ended up doing that, and we ended up, working closely, and they helped to make things more efficient within her business and look at things differently from that perspective. So although, again, we're there to help you kind of go through that quagmire of stuff, as you said earlier. But not only, you may not be reading into it, but there's things that we may understand about the program that we can read into it further because we've utilized it in certain ways. So just don't discount what's out there. It's best to connect with us so we can help, kind of run you through those certain things and try to find things. So there may be something there. And I think we're all we've been this, into this, realm for a long time. And we're very honest. We'll go sit there and say, something, there just isn't anything here for you. I wish there was, or, hey, there are certain things or certain connections we can make. We're here to help. We don't want to see anybody fail. We don't see anybody struggle. We want to try to do the best we can and get these services out to you as businesses.
Great. Thanks, Steve. Yvette.
I would say that Ellen said it best earlier with just simply picking up the phone and giving us a call, understanding that connecting with any one of us in the circle of services is going to give you access to all of us. And so, we are here as, a support system to you to provide you with resources to help you grow your business and just reach out, connect, let us do what all of us do best. And, it's listening and understanding what your needs are. And then if we aren't the right fit for you right then and there, connecting you to who would be.
Great. Thank you. Justin.
Cool. I was just say entrepreneurship is hard. That's the game, but try to enjoy the actual journey and be resourceful. Like these circle of services, there's so many different resources out here. Just reach out and like understand what's applicable to you and just be persistent in this journey. So, yeah.
Great. Thank you. And Ellen.
Yeah, I can't say more than what's been said, other than just to remind entrepreneurs that you're not alone. We launch out because we're type A's and we have a vision and we know what we know, but there's so much that we don't know. And allow yourself to be informed and to be vulnerable with these partners, because we're here to help you confidentially and we're here to help you grow and succeed. So please reach out.
Excellent. Thank you. All great advice. Thank you to the four of you. Like I said, wonderful colleagues, but just as much wonderful friends. And I can tell you, I mean, their heart is huge, and they truly have a passion in working with our local business community. I've seen it time after time, year after year. We've been in the trenches together, the good, the bad, and the ugly sometimes, but mostly good. And we have each other's back. So thank you again. I know you've all had busy weeks, and thank you to those who were able to join us again. Thank you again for being located here in Charles County, and those that may have joined us from outside our area, we welcome you to come visit us here in our beautiful county. And hope everybody has a great rest of your business week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.